Hello. Day 1 of quarantine in Los Angeles. Okay, so so there's a lot of fear and trepidation and a feeling of insecurity or lack of control going around. So I wanted to address the notion and the feeling of insecurity with self and lack of confidence of self. So in simple terms, I don't know why I just made it so complicated. Lack of self-esteem and lack of self-confidence. Like those are the two things I really want to address right now. So the two big questions I would ask you to ask of yourself, if you're feeling any of those two things, especially since we have this downtime where we can be producing a lot of things that would potentially enhance our lives, or you have the time now to start that project that you've been putting off because you didn't have any time. Now we have the time. So maybe you want to start looking at the reasons why you haven't made the time. And a lot of the times it comes down to lack of self-esteem and lack of self-confidence, just sort of put it under a broad umbrella. But really quickly, I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions like, how do you do lack of self-esteem? Like, what does that feel like to you? How do you know you don't have self-esteem? Very simple, but very important question. How do you know you don't have self-esteem? Second question, how do you know you don't have self-confidence? How do you do that? What is the self-talk? Do you hear a voice? Do you see an image? When you close your eyes and you really pay attention to what's going on internally, what is happening that is communicating a message? I don't have self-esteem and I don't have self-confidence, i.e., I can't do the thing that I want to do. I can't have the life that I want to have. Really start to deconstruct that and think about it, because in there lies the answer. And usually it's not as terrifying as we think. There will be another longer either video or class on this later, but I would just, like, if you can start to think about that, you might be able to start to solve the problem for yourself. So that's the first part. Second part is, how do I know I have self-confidence? How do I know I have self-esteem? How do I know I'm happy and motivated? So we always want to go a little bit further with the stuff that we want to have. So if you can identify 3 different ways, you have self-esteem, self-confidence, and motivation to do something, then we're already on a much stronger path than on the path of lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence. And then we didn't bring it over far, but lack of self-motivation, which is stemming from not having self-confidence or self-esteem. So I hope this is helpful. Check back in often. I love you guys. Wash your hands, be safe, and I will talk to you very soon. All right, bye.